You want to run your mouth? We can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big
Oh,
guy.
oh, stop it.
Is that your
All right.
solution every
Hold it. No, no, sit down. Sit down. Okay. You know, you're a United States Senator.
Active.
Okay. Sit down, please.
And now O'Brien's in attendance supporting Mullin. Charles, first to you. Rand Paul apparently can't let things go. Should he?
Yeah, he's got to get over it. It's the wrong place. It's the wrong time. We're facing elevated threats here in the country. Nobody wants to hear that nonsense, these personal grievances during a confirmation hearing, especially not now, as we're at war with Iran. And we know that the country was allowed to be infiltrated with threats from around the world under the previous administration. So enough of this. Look, Senator Mullin's going to be confirmed. He's got bipartisan support. He's going to be less polarizing in the position. He's going to be able to get a lot more work done in the department. He's going to be less show, more go, focused on the mission, making sure that FEMA's doing their job, that ICE is doing their job, CBP's doing their job. The entire department needs to be funded in its entirety, and he's not going to back off of that. And sometimes people need to hear bluntness.
Less show, more go. It feels like go time. They're talking about closing airports because TSA agents are quitting. You have to wonder how many of those potential sleeper cells out there are saying, there's an opportunity. Sheriff, you know the border, you know the situation very well. The partisan politics, the pettiness. I just want to call out the New Jersey Senator Andy Kim, who says, I'm not going to support Mullin. Why? Because Stephen Miller is going to continue as Trump's Deputy Chief of Staff and Homeland Security Advisor. So it's all about Trump. It's not about the American people. It's not about the wide open border we suffered with Joe Biden. And it's about making headlines like that to make sure the base isn't upset. But where does that leave us when it comes to security, especially along the border, Sheriff?
Bianca, great to be on with you, and hello, Chuck. You know, hearing those comments are disheartening, they're sickening, and they're going to be devastating. And what I mean by that, again, those that we elect to go into office that are supposed to represent us, that they're often acting worse than the American public. And again, yes, right now Border Patrol and ICE, they're funded, they're getting paychecks. But when you look at the airports and some of the other parts of DHS that aren't getting, it's going to leave gaps and holes. And ultimately, it's going to be Americans that pay the price, not the politicians. And they're going to continue to go back and forth at each other. They need to act like adults. That's all I got to say, Bianca. They got to act like adults.
One thing that's also very clear, Markwayne Mullin, you look at somebody, whether he's left or right, his character, he was really a self-made guy, didn't go to college, yet has tremendous success with his father's business. You know, he's a builder, and he wants to serve. One of the things that struck me, Charles, was when he said, what I'm afraid of is failure, because this is a job where so much depends on getting it right and getting it right all the time. It's high pressure. It's a huge position. Talk to us about what you think the role will be, because there is so much partisan politics and obstacles that, unfortunately, he's going to see to try and keep us safe, but it's going to be something he's going to run up against.
Yeah, that's right. Unfortunately, there's no way to avoid the politics, especially when you talk about the mission set of the Department of Homeland Security, which is so broad and covers so many areas, you know, with hot button items like immigration and border security, for example, and FEMA grants. You know, everyone's got a say on all of this, and everyone overnight becomes experts in all of these areas. So he's going to have to continue to put up with that. But you want to see in the secretary somebody who feels personally committed to not failing and protecting the American people each and every day. We're hearing from the FBI director of national intelligence regarding all of these threats and how they manifest here in the homeland. It's the toughest cabinet position, I believe, in any administration on a daily basis.